Christmas cakes. Oh, well, take it over. Yes.
For me, I grew up in Kano, very proud to be Nigerian, and we had a very lovely house in Brigade, and I was one of the popular kids. So for me, my experience in Nigeria as a young man was very good. When I got to England at the age of 14, I went to a primary, secondary school, and everyone there was teasing me for the way I sounded, and because I was Nigerian, hence the reason why JJC is kind of got stuck to me. And that came from other Nigerians. I remember there was a guy called Kayode, but he called himself Kayode, or K, should I say. And all the time he said, oh, look at that JJC, look at that JJC, and he used to tease me all the time. And I guess that's where the JJC kind of pride came in there. I believe I'm more of a songwriter at heart due to the influence of my dad. My dad used to play all those songs, country songs, and those country songs were very, very detailed when it comes to stories. They used to tell stories about this guy that went gambling, or this guy that fell in love with this girl, and this happened, whatever happened. And that was like, I got the storyline or the storytelling from there. But then as my own youthful self started developing and living in Kano, we used to dance to Shina and dance to all this new funky music, if you want to call it. And I guess all that rhythm and dancing and that vibe, plus the storytelling, I guess encapsulate what JJC or Mr. Skills is all about.
The music's back. Find money to party, we must party.
I believe that I'm an African, that's who I am. But I'm based in Europe, and I was trying to find a way to, I guess, create music for people like myself who were in Europe and other people in the part of the world that wanted to enjoy the new generation of music. I was mixing hip-hop and native language, which was something that was actually very fresh and new at that time. And the only way I could explain it to people was Afropean music, or Afro pop, as they call it. It's quite true. Most artists that run back to Nigeria is because they can't make it. But everybody will tell you, I am the JJC of UK. I am the boss. And the problem is, being the boss, I have reached what you call the roof. But we need to evolve or we die. Nigeria is the only place where I don't have to try and convince people to like Yoruba, which that's what I do in the UK. I've been able to successfully do that and convert Oyinbo to start speaking, dancing, and enjoying African music. But it's time to move on. And no matter how much you work in the field, you have to come back home after you finish work now. Piracy is one of those things that cannot be stopped. Even in Europe right now, it's even worse, I'll say. There's no individual person you can go and say you want to attack. Over here you can go, oh, this marketer or that marketer or whatever, whatever. No, in Europe it's a bit worse because it's a digital world. And as soon as the song is available, someone will take it, put it on share space or this space or that space. But nevertheless, music still sells. Now, the problem we have here, I'll say in Africa, or should I say in Nigeria, is even though we do have really talented musicians, there's no way to get what you call a kickback. In Europe, you can make money from publishing. If your song is hot, every day they play the song on radio, even if they play it inside a club or they play it inside a bar, you will get paid for it. An artist based in Nigeria winning the Grammys, it sounds a little bit far-fetched, but nothing is impossible.
Really good to be signed to Big Boys, because Big Boys is like a record label that develops new talent. They record for you, you don't have to pay.
Record label that represents who we are.
Yeah, definitely. And basically we can show off our talents there, production skills, rap, singing, anything you do.
They've been supporting me since I joined Big Boys, and everything has been moving well with me, supporting my movement and everything.
It's more than just a record label. You have label mates that act as brothers and sisters to you, so it's a family, and they help you become a writer. From singers, rappers, you have various talents within, and you can learn from other people, and they help build what you have inside you anyway.
We know the truth. Anybody black comes from the same roots. We are Africans.
When I first came in the game, a lot of people didn't want to associate themselves with being African or Nigerian. So the first step for me was, Nigeria is the best land. Bow, let's be proud of being Nigerian. Let's embrace our nationalism, and on top of it, let's embrace our language. Okay, years later, Nigerians are proud to be Nigerians. Yes, very proud. But the problem is, within the UK, we're having Nigerians on this corner, Ghanaians on this corner, this one on that corner, and there's all this divide. But the key is, we are all Africans, and as one African mentality coming together, working together, we can actually create a better Africa, create a better environment for ourselves, or a stable environment for ourselves in Europe, where we can actually achieve more for ourselves. So we are Africans. Together we stand, divided we fall. And We Are Africans is not a song, it is a movement.
Let's go back to the roots. I wanna go back to the roots. Let's take it back to the roots. Africans. We are Africans. Louder. We are Africans. Louder. We are Africans. Come on, Africans.
The future of Nigerian music is world domination. That's my personal belief. As reggaeton has had its day in world music scene, I believe Nigerian music is coming there. We will finally have a Nigerian music artist in the charts, in the American billboards, in UK's top 10 or top 40 hits. And I believe that's where Nigerian music is going.
Africans. Come on, Africans.